Welcome to the ever-evolving world of the Chicago Bears, a team that somehow manages to keep fans on their toes no matter the time of year. Today we're diving into some calendar updates that have been quietly confirmed, even though the full NFL schedule won't drop until Wednesday. But let's be honest, the rumors swirling around are often just as exciting as the official announcements. In particular, there's one intriguing matchup that seems poised to take place on Christmas Day. A game that would bring serious attention back to a rivalry that's been simmering for years. There are so many layers to this, and it's time to unpack each one. While we're on the topic of sports and the unexpected, how about that NBA draft lottery? One particular team defied the odds and secured the top pick, sparking debates across the basketball world. For context, I used to be a huge supporter of that franchise. My connection to them goes back years. But after a blockbuster trade that left many scratching their heads, my interest slowly faded. That trade wasn't just controversial, it was seismic, one of those moments where you wonder if the league has hidden agendas, even if you don't really believe in conspiracies. Still, seeing them land the number one pick with such slim odds feels almost too perfect, like a plot twist straight out of a movie. For the local fans, this lottery win has been a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's a chance for a fresh start. On the other, it stirs up old wounds and reignites conversations about past failures. But that's the nature of sports, isn't it? One moment you're questioning everything, and the next you're dreaming about future championships. The Bears fan base knows that feeling all too well. Every season brings a mix of hope and skepticism, and this year is no different. Now, let's circle back to the gridiron. There's been some chatter about the Bears playing a high-profile game on December 25th. For those keeping track, that would be Week 16 of the NFL season. What makes this even more compelling is that the Bears are already slated to face a division rival on Saturday, December 20th, just 5 days before Christmas. This isn't just any matchup. It's an away game against a team that has its own rich history with Chicago. Games like these are more than just dates on a calendar. They're events, moments that fans mark months in advance. Last season's meetings between these two teams were nothing short of thrilling. In their first clash, the Bears managed to pull off a victory thanks to a dramatic sequence of plays in the final minutes. A blocked field goal, a clutch fourth down conversion, and a precision pass that set up the game-winning score. These are the moments that define rivalries. And let's not forget how the rematch unfolded in the final week of the season. The Bears once again came out on top, sealing a win that had playoff implications for their opponent. That kind of history adds extra spice to any future meeting, especially when scheduled so close to the holidays. When I first saw the Bears listed for that Saturday game, my immediate thought was, are we looking at a Christmas Day rematch? It's a fair question given how the NFL structured last year's holiday schedule. If you recall, the teams that played the Saturday before Christmas ended up being the same squads featured on Christmas Day, with the games simply rearranged for primetime slots. This year, the league has already announced one Christmas night game, but the other two matchups remain under wraps. Given this pattern, it's not far-fetched to imagine the Bears being penciled in for a Christmas showdown. Here's where it gets interesting. The NFL loves marquee matchups during the holidays. It's about ratings, storytelling, and giving fans something special to gather around. Considering the Bears are already set to face the Eagles on Black Friday and the Packers on December 20th, the remaining puzzle pieces start to fit. There's a strong possibility that we'll see the Bears travel to Washington to face the Commanders on Christmas Day. This would be a headline-grabbing game for multiple reasons. Caleb Williams versus Jaden Daniels, two highly touted young quarterbacks, squaring off under the national spotlight. Meanwhile, the Packers and Eagles could easily fill another Christmas slot, giving the league two competitive games before the grand finale between the Chiefs and Broncos, which has already been confirmed. For the nightcap, while nothing is official yet, the patterns are hard to ignore. It's unlikely the NFL would want 6 different teams playing on Thursday with such a short turnaround from Sunday games. Spacing things out with Saturday matchups provides extra rest and keeps the quality of play high, especially as the season winds down. Looking at the broader picture, it feels like all signs are pointing toward Bears versus Commanders being one of those coveted Christmas Day matchups. I'd put the odds at around 85%. The logistics line up, the storyline is compelling, and the league has a track record of following this scheduling blueprint. Of course, we'll know for sure once the full schedule drops on Wednesday, but sometimes the writing is already on the wall. For the fans, a Christmas Day game is a mixed blessing. There's the excitement of seeing your team in a nationally televised slot, but also the reality of balancing family gatherings with game day rituals. Personally, I wouldn't mind if the Bears avoided playing on Christmas, but if it happens, you can bet we'll be ready. Bring on Caleb, bring on Jaden. Let's see the Bears and Commanders battle it out once again. And you know the networks will be showing that infamous Hail Mary from last season over and over. If the game stays close, expect that replay to dominate the broadcast. Beyond the Christmas speculation, there are other intriguing developments around the Bears. Recently, the team made a low-key but interesting roster move, signing Jeremiah Walker, a defensive back out of Stephen F. Austin. For those unfamiliar, Walker had a standout freshman season in 2021, grabbing 4 interceptions. Strangely, he hasn't replicated that production since, which raises questions about why teams might have overlooked him. Nevertheless, his performance during a recent tryout impressed the Bears enough to earn a spot on the 90-man roster. 2. Make room. The Bears utilized a clever roster management strategy. They placed Tory Taylor, their Australian punter, on the international exemption list. This move essentially allows them to carry an extra player during the offseason, maintaining a de facto 91-man roster. When it comes time to cut down to the final 53, Taylor will need to earn his place. But for now, this gives the Bears valuable flexibility as they head into off-season training activities. Walker, standing 6 feet tall and weighing 210 pounds, adds depth to a crowded secondary. During his college career, he also tallied 25 pass breakups, showcasing his ability to disrupt passing lanes. While the competition for cornerback spots on the Bears roster is fierce, there's a chance the team might experiment with him at safety depending on how he performs in camp. Either way, his addition adds another layer of intrigue to the defensive backfield battles that will unfold in the coming months. As we approach the schedule release, expect more leaks and rumors to surface. The Bears' early season matchups are still somewhat of a mystery, but a few pieces are falling into place. Initially, there was speculation about the Bears facing the Eagles in Week 1. But that has since been corrected. Instead, that game will take place on Black Friday, giving the Bears a high-profile slot later in the season. Meanwhile, the league has confirmed that the Eagles will open their season against the Cowboys on a Thursday night, shifting the spotlight elsewhere. Given this, it wouldn't be surprising to see the Bears square off against the Lions in their opening game. A revenge match for Ben Johnson, perhaps? Or maybe just a solid divisional showdown to set the tone for the year. Either way, we'll have clarity by Wednesday night when the full schedule becomes public. Until then, it's a waiting game filled with speculation, theories, and a little bit of wishful thinking. But that's the beauty of this time of year. Every rumor feels like a glimpse into the future. Every leaked matchup sparks debates about strength of schedule, playoff implications, and primetime exposure. For the Bears, the path is clear. Prove they belong among the contenders. Whether it's on Christmas Day, Black Friday, or any other spotlight game, this season represents a chance to reset the narrative. The pieces are slowly coming together, and while nothing is set in stone, the momentum is building. From intriguing rookies like Caleb Williams to strategic roster additions like Jeremiah Walker, the Bears are quietly assembling a roster that could surprise a lot of people. And as fans, all we can do is buckle up and enjoy the ride, because if history has taught us anything, it's that the Chicago Bears never do things the easy way. The next few days will be telling, and you can bet we'll be here to break down every update as it comes. As the Chicago Bears continue to make quiet moves beneath the headlines, the buzz surrounding their upcoming season refuses to die down. The speculation about their Christmas Day matchup has lit a fire among fans, but there's still plenty of attention on how this team is shaping up behind the scenes. Beyond the big names and primetime rumors, it's often the smaller transactions that tell you the most about a team's approach. Bringing in Jeremiah Walker might not dominate sports talk shows, but it's a classic Bears move, looking for hidden gems in overlooked places. Walker's path is not the glamorous one, coming from Stephen F. Austin, a program outside the traditional powerhouse conferences. He's had to fight for every bit of recognition. His standout freshman year, where he recorded 4 interceptions, suggested the potential for greatness. Yet for reasons that aren't fully clear, his production leveled off in the following seasons. Still, what matters now is that he showed enough during his tryout to convince the Bears coaching staff that he deserves a shot. Adding Walker is also a reflection of the team's broader strategy. Depth is everything in the NFL, and with a grueling 17-game schedule, injuries and fatigue are inevitable. Having versatile players who can step up when needed can make or break a season. For the Bears, bolstering the secondary has been a focus, especially given the talent-packed offenses they'll face. Whether Walker ends up carving out a role at cornerback or gets reps at safety, his journey to the active roster will be worth watching. Of course, the Bears are not operating in a vacuum. The rest of the NFC North is also gearing up, and every move carries weight in this tightly contested division. The Packers, fresh off a season that reignited their rivalry with Chicago, remain a significant hurdle. Their upcoming clash on December 20th will undoubtedly be circled in bold on every fan's calendar. Games like this often define seasons, and with playoff implications likely on the line, it could be one of the most pivotal matchups of the year. Meanwhile, the looming showdown with the Eagles on Black Friday promises to be another high-stakes battle. Facing a team with Super Bowl aspirations under the national spotlight offers the Bears a golden opportunity to measure themselves against the league's elite. These are the moments where legends are made, and the new era of Chicago football will have its chance to shine. While fans await the official release of the full schedule, the excitement builds with each passing rumor. The potential for a Bears-Commanders Christmas Day game adds another layer of anticipation. The prospect of seeing Caleb Williams face off against Jaden Daniels is the kind of storyline that networks crave. Two young quarterbacks, both carrying the hopes of their respective franchises, meeting on one of the biggest stages in sports. It writes itself. Yet amidst all this, there's an understanding that nothing is guaranteed. Schedules can shift, injuries can alter trajectories, and surprises are part of the NFL's DNA. Still, the direction feels clear. The Bears are building towards something, perhaps not overnight success, but a foundation that can finally bring stability and competitiveness back to Soldier Field. As Wednesday approaches, bringing with it the full reveal of dates, times, and matchups, fans will get their answers. But for now, the discussions, predictions, and debates are all part of the journey. Every whispered leak, every speculative report feeds into the larger narrative. And for Bears fans, it's a reminder that even in the offseason, their team remains at the heart of the conversation. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy, drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a move that has shocked the NFL world, Tua Tagovailoa, the starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, has made an unexpected and bold switch to the Chicago Bears. The news, which dropped like a bombshell on social media, has left fans and analysts alike scrambling to understand the reasoning behind this dramatic change of scenery for the young and promising quarterback, Tagovailoa. 25 had become the face of the Dolphins offense since being drafted by the team in 2020. Despite some early struggles and injury concerns, the left-handed quarterback had steadily improved over his tenure in Miami, showcasing his accuracy and leadership on the field. His connection with wide receiver Tyreek Hill and the impressive offensive weapons around him had made the Dolphins one of the most exciting teams to watch in the NFL last season. The move to Chicago, however, has raised eyebrows. The Bears, while boasting an electric young quarterback in Justin Fields, have been struggling in recent seasons to find consistency at the quarterback position. Fields' performances have shown flashes of brilliance, but also moments of uncertainty. The acquisition of Tagovailoa signals that the Bears front office is looking to stabilize their offense, potentially providing a different style of leadership and playmaking ability that could complement their evolving roster. It is unclear whether Tagovailoa will step in immediately as the starting quarterback, or if this signals a shift in the Bears' plans for Fields. Chicago's general manager and head coach have kept their cards close to their chests, offering only vague statements about the situation. However, there is no denying that the move is a statement, both to the league and to the Bears fan base. For the Dolphins, the loss of Tagovailoa presents a significant challenge. While backup quarterbacks have shown promise in the past, replacing a leader who has grown with the team and led them to the playoffs last season is no small task. Miami will now need to turn its attention to finding a suitable replacement who can continue the momentum that was built under Tua's leadership. The trade also raises important questions about the NFL's ever-changing landscape of quarterback moves and the strategic decisions that teams make when it comes to building their rosters. Tagovailoa's trade to the Bears is not only a reflection of his career trajectory, but also a potential turning point for both organizations. As the 2025 season approaches, the NFL world will be watching closely to see how this shocking trade plays out. Tagovailoa has been given a new opportunity, and it's clear that he is ready to prove himself once again. Whether this move revitalizes the Bears' offense or leaves Miami scrambling remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the 2025 NFL season just got a whole lot more interesting. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.